As we wrap up 2025, one thing's clear. Uncertainty isn't temporary. It's the world we live in now. Noble Gold Investments helps Americans protect what they've built with real gold and silver, holding value when everything else feels uncertain. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com and take your first step toward a safe future. This holiday season, when you open up a qualified account, you'll receive 10 1-ounce commemorative silver holiday coins. Visit Noble Gold today. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hello, kitties. This is your Julie, the Crypt Keeper, and you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio with the host Mikey Bones, Rob Humphrey, and Hi, Kevin.
What's up?
Hi. I'm so glad everyone could hear that song.
It's so fun to do. Like, calling her Canada wasn't enough. I had to make a song, and it's just the most fun thing to do.
And now everyone, and I mean everyone, sings this song.
Yeah. And it could be whatever you want. Like, that's the thing. You don't have to memorize anything. You do whatever you want with it. It's perfect. I don't think I can come up with one for you, Rob.
I'm fine.
Just call you a pain in the ass. Move on, right?
That's fine.
All right, we're continuing Murder Madness. I keep saying Murder Madness. Murder by Numbers this week. We have a lot going on. We have a mailbag to get to. We got drink roll call to get to. We will get to Murder by Numbers. We are talking Psycho this week. This is big. It's Psycho.
It's big.
There's highs and there's lows. That's the problem with doing a franchise, man. Like, it's rare that a franchise ages well.
Yeah.
Up until Scream 6, unless you're Scream. Because then, like, it's just kind of all great, which is beautiful.
Well, I mean, 3 exists.
Yeah, 3's not that bad.
4 exists.
4 is great.
So, I mean, there's at least 2 bad ones in there. I mean, Scream 5, we agreed, might be better than Scream 1.
What was the Wii?
Remember? We talked about it. We like 5 Cream.
5 Cream, baby?
Okay, but he's saying it's better than the original cast.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it might be. It's a very good movie.
Robert?
I really enjoy it. It's certainly better than 6 Cream.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was. All right. We're not talking about Scream. We also have, it's in Slasher Radio fashion. We do have news, kind of, sort of. We have news, but we don't know when you're going to get it. It's the beautiful thing. And in which fashion you will get it either. We're going to have Gerard Johnstone on the show. He is the director and writer of, co-writer of Megan 2.0 that is coming out on June 27th, but it'll be in theaters all day and all night, June 26th. So it comes out June 26th. I'm not going to get mad about that all over. We've bitched about that on the show before.
I don't get too upset about it because I typically try to go to the movies on Thursdays, and so the more Thursday showings there are, the easier it is for me to see them. But I do miss the midnight showing.
But that's the thing, though, because you want to see the movie when it comes out. So it's coming out on the fucking 26th. Every movie does this. Why do movies cast? Did that ever piss you off or no?
No. Well, okay.
She's too young to remember midnight showings.
Oh my god.
Is that true, Cass? You might be.
No, I've seen midnight showings. Fuck off.
All right, but the movie comes out on the 26th now. There's 2:00 viewings for these movies now.
Yeah, fuck that. Horror movies should have midnight releases.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got a job. I can't just be at the movies at 2:00 on a fucking Thursday afternoon. But
yeah, but I'm saying, but that's when it comes out, though, is the point. You know,
the thing is, I didn't mind like when there was like 1 or 2 showings on Thursday. It still felt like a preview or whatever day or night, and so it was fine. Then they started doing it for every movie, not just the big ones, and now they're going all day, and yeah, it's a little weird. I like to go on Thursdays mainly because then if I see it on Thursday, chances are very low that it's going to have been spoiled for me by the time I get to see it.
I mean, it's a great thing. Like, the sooner a movie comes out, sure, yeah, I'm with it. But come out on the 26th.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it factors into their opening weekend.
So say it came out on the 26th.
But yeah, they don't do that. They always put the Friday date as the release date, and then Thursday's like the preview date.
It will be one of the top 3 pet peeves for me about movies of all time.
All right. I mean, it doesn't bother me that much. I do miss it when it was midnight screenings for huge movies.
Yeah, like Megan 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, this was going to be a big movie, and this one would qualify. But yeah, now that it's like every movie and it's all day on Thursday, it doesn't kind of hold the same mystique or whatever.
Yeah, just a pet peeve of mine in general with movies for the last 4 or 5 years they've been doing it. I don't know, something like that.
Although the advantage to doing it this way is when they used to just do it for special movies and it was hard to get tickets sometimes because they would literally sell out the midnight screenings. You wait in line, you get your ticket, you get there, and then you end up seeing, Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace, and it sucks. And you're like, why the hell am I here at midnight watching this stupid movie about space tariffs?
I mean, fair, but still, just in general, it's always been a thing of mine. But we are going to have Gerard on to talk Megan 2.0. We have to figure out the logistics. We haven't obviously talked to Gerard yet. We got to figure some things out, but you will be getting that next week at some point is the good thing. So that'll be out next week on our RSS feed and our YouTube. And we have Drink Roll Call. I'm excited for Drink Roll Call. So is anyone drinking anything lame and they can go first?
I'm drinking bourbon.
Okay.
Same thing I almost always drink now. It feels like.
You've been drinking it for a while, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I have been.
Canada, what about you?
I am drinking a Caesar, or as you Americans call it, a Bloody Mary, but better.
Why is it better?
It's better in Canada.
Why?
Just better ingredients, just tastes better. It's not watered down like Bloody Marys are.
Sound like Papa John's.
I mean, look, I'm not disputing that it's better than Bloody Mary because Bloody Marys are disgusting.
I don't like them either. Is there any different ingredient that you guys use, or it's just better ingredients of a regular Bloody Mary?
It's just, I feel like I don't know, Bloody Marys are literally just like a super, super watered down version of a Caesar, in my opinion. Caesars have better garnishes, better flavor. If you like spice and if you like tomato, there's a lot more of a flavor palette for Caesar than there is for Bloody Mary.
Well, that's where you lose me, is the tomato juice is disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. And I dispute the fact that there would be better garnishes in Canada. I mean, I've seen Bloody Marys here in America where they use a whole fucking cheeseburger as a garnish and shit.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude.
We have a place by me that has literally lobster tails that you can get on your Caesar.
Yeah.
It's great.
Shit.
They put fucking all kinds of shit on those things.
I would order. I mean, that's smart though, because that would make me order a Bloody Mary. I just tell them to hold the Bloody Mary and bring me the burger. That's
right. Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't fuck with those things though.
All right. I am drinking. There's no picture along with it. Well, actually, the patrons look at a picture because I made a special drink because we had a Friday the 13th night in our Discord for Friday the 13th. Well, yesterday for us while we're recording this now. We watched part 4 and Freddy vs. Jason. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, love Friday the 13th. But I made a special drink for that, which I kind of made again. I just didn't do all the bullshit to make it nice, and it's sitting in a red Solo cup. I'll put it up on the Patreon. It's up on Twitter and whatever in the Discord. So it is called the Camp Blood Cocktail. And what it is blood orange vodka, triple sec, white rum, blueberry lemonade, garnished with a blood orange. I don't have it, and it's, you put it in a cup, and like a glass cup, one of those what are those called, Rob? The
A cup.
You've seen a picture. Yeah, but the mason jars.
Oh, mason jar, yeah.
Yeah, you put it in the mason jar and you put corn syrup around it. And I had to make my own red corn syrup with food dye, and I made a fucking mess like you guys wouldn't. I was late to movie night. You're supposed to have blood coming out of the cup. I did do it. It looked good, but I'm not doing it again. So my kitchen can't handle it. So I am drinking a Camp Blood cocktail just without the blood and fancy stuff.
All right.
Fair enough?
Yeah, good enough.
Sounds boring.
You're drinking a Bloody Mary.
It's not a Bloody Mary. It's a Caesar.
It's a Bloody Mary, unless
It's
you put Caesar dressing in it or something, which is gross. But I don't know what you people in Canada do.
Mooses.
You can't make Camp Blood and then hold the blood.
I mean, you're drinking a camp.
It's in a red cup.
You're drinking dirty lake water.
Okay, well, you cracked a can. I'm not doing that corn syrup shit again and getting it all over my counter. That was a mess.
Just rim the inside of the cup. I don't understand why
No.
everyone was putting it on the outside and making it like run on the outside of the cup and make your handle sticky. Rim the inside.
No, because then it gets in there and your drink's not really going to be blue. It's going to be purple because it's mixed with red. That's why you do
You know
it.
what you can do, Mikey? You can take the talk to me hand, tape it to that, and then sip it from there.
You see, now that was a reach. I'm not even going to dignify that with getting angry because it doesn't deserve. Like, that was terrible. Now you're just using it and you're throwing it. You're going to lose your effect on it. She's going to ruin it for you, Rob.
No.
It's fine. Something else will come up. It always does.
Dear God. Proud of myself that I made this drink. I was kind of ashamed I wasn't going to go all the way
Good job,
for that again.
Mikey. I'm proud of you.
That's
There
good,
you
man. It's
go.
fine. It's fine.
Was that so hard? God damn.
Yeah, it was.
Meanwhile, Cass over there trying to rename a Bloody Mary to some bullshit name that nobody's ever heard of.
Oh my god, Caesars came before Bloody Marys.
The entire world calls that drink a Bloody Mary.
No, just Americans do.
And she cracked it out of a can, too. Let's not forget about that. It's not like, she made one. Oh, shit on my
I could have made one,
camp
but I'm
drink.
fucking lazy.
There you go. Welcome to my club. Here we are together. Two lazy fucks.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah. All right. So we have mailbag.
Trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
917-397-5455. You can leave a text message for the show, voicemail for the show. Patreon also is a good way to get in on the mailbag. You can comment directly on each episode and post and whatever it is. And it's a lot neater for me. See, I got to do all this shit again because of movie night. All this shit. I got to change this, move that.
Why don't you do it before we record? Show up to the show prepared. How about that?
Because I
Damn.
was doing other stuff before the show. Damn
He's
it.
too busy playing with the talk to me hand.
Leave me in that hand alone.
Yeah, you need your private time with it. I get it.
I hate it. Rob. I hate it. Here are the messages for this week.
Hello, hosts and listeners. Ghostface here with messages from the mailbag. These messages are from last week's episode of Murder by Numbers. The next message is from Nate. Hard Eyes was going to be my Patreon pick next time. It's fun.
Okay. I don't remember talking about I feel like I remember us bringing it up.
It came up. I don't remember exactly how. It's a good movie. I on that pick at all, Nate. I was kind of I was going to suggest it at one point, but it's such a like Valentine's Day kind of movie that I was kind of holding it in the back pocket for like next Valentine's Day. But if it came up on the Patreon, I would not be mad because it is a fun movie.
Kind of like how Nesto's holding that tree movie in his back pocket, but he's not doing it for where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Nah, Nesto, I didn't forget. I bet he's holding on to it for this go, and now I fucking ruined it for you. As you get Nesto for doing that to me. I haven't seen Hard Eyes yet, Nate. I forget why. I think it was just one of those things where it was so hyped. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait, and here I am. But I hope it gets through. I do. Cass, have you seen Hard Eyes?
I haven't, but it has Mason in it, so I kind of want to see it. Well, I've been wanting to see it, just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I went to the theater and saw it, and my expectations were low. I thought it was going to suck, to be honest, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like it was a really fun movie.
All right. Good luck, Nate. Godspeed. I hope it gets through. Next message.
The next message is from Spyro.
Oh boy.
Why do you hate titties so much, Canada? What are you? The fun police? Disappointment every week. I am so excited for my bagged milk. Does it come in strawberry? Also, Ghostface doesn't hit the emphasis on my comments like I'd hoped. What the fuck do you mean, Spyro? I'm not here to be your monkey that dances for you. I do what I want, and I'll read it how I want. Another outburst like that again.
I'll cut you like a fish, understand?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Spyro in trouble.
Lucky you're an Aussie there, Mike. I mean,
Hey, Ghostface
Love
could
it.
be Australian. It's just laundry. It can pop up anywhere.
God damn it.
My God.
And I wouldn't call Cass the fun police. I would call her the fun bag police.
Oh my God. Canadian nudita in a bag.
That's horrible to say. Told you fun bags, though, Cass. That's not good. You can't do
You know what?
No, because she's patrolling the fun bag. She's always bitching about all the titties.
I'm bitching about everything.
Oh, it sounds so wrong though. Yeah, Canada. Why you hating on titties? What's wrong with you?
There was a lot of titties in the movies last night. A lot of titties.
And no one was complaining.
Ugh.
Except Canada.
I complain about everything. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you and Spyro have been going at it a little bit lately.
Little Australian-Canada war going on.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
He's my bestie. Leave it at that.
All right. It seemed like you have your own war with some Aussies. Damn.
And no, bagged milk does not come in strawberry. It only comes in chocolate and regular.
Oh, they
dear
put chocolate
God.
milk in bags too?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
I never thought of that. They got
No, I
chocolate
didn't
milk in a
either.
fucking bag, Rob.
That's gross. Like, I just assumed it just came like regular milk and you had to add your own chocolate when you got home or something.
I'll send you guys pictures.
I mean, you gotta pour it in the
Okay,
jar
I'll make
or
a
jug
special
or whatever.
trip.
Anyway, you guys are fucking weird with your bagged milk.
I'll make
For
a special
real.
trip to the store tomorrow and send you some photos. Don't you worry.
It's got to look like a bag of shit, right? Like,
It has to. It has to.
Ew. All right. Next message.
The next message is from Greg. When are you going to sell the Wooden Spoon Survivor shirts? I need one in my life.
God damn it.
I'll tell you what, Greg, that's a boy where the wooden spoon didn't work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Greg, if you're aware, if you come from the Wooden Spoon Academy like I did as a young Italian lad, dude, yeah, your grandmother needed to wield that a little bit better. Or so whoever smacked you with it, you needed a couple more.
We got to get Amber a wooden spoon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, imagine if when Greg is live at Darth Gregor on TikTok, imagine if he's live and he just gets cracked on the ass by Amber with a wooden spoon. Oh, my God, I'd be so happy. All right, Amber, I'm going to need your address. I'll fucking send you one myself. Yeah, that was a cool shirt, though. I'm not going to lie, Greg. Oh, hold on. See how good I am while drunk. Oh, okay. I'm fine. My Stream Deck is not. Okay. We're going to hear a random sound effect.
No, great.
I love it in gabagool.
That was the right one, though.
All right, good.
Okay. Next message.
The next message is from Ed. Sirs and Canadian Madam, I did hear Mikey recognize me as a new patron, and that he expects me to be willing to take one for the team in the ongoing war with those crazy Aussies from the Dummies of Horror. As a new member, I understand that I'm going to be expected to walk point and absorb the first hail of boomerangs, but I'm wondering why I should make that sacrifice if one of the longtime members, Greg, is leaning over to the Dummies' side. And this is coming from someone who has enjoyed and agreed with many of Greg's hot takes. Hopefully this war will end soon, and you can toast your victory with pink champagne and bagged milk. Cheers.
Okay.
All right. There's a lot happening here with Ed. First of
Yeah.
all, I did not know that he agreed with a lot of Greg's hot takes.
That's bad.
And that hurts me a little bit because Ed and I we go back and forth. We chat on Discord sometimes, and Ed is often in line with my opinions on things as well.
Oh.
I don't see what the connection is there at all. I assume when he's talking about pink champagne, he's talking about Mikey.
Yeah, that's fucked
Yeah.
up, Ed. That
I
was
appreciate
unnecessary.
that, Ed.
What? Ed, why? This isn't the first time he's taking a shot at my girly drinks.
Well, I mean, look, if any of the three of us are going to
Pinky's
drink
up,
pink
baby.
champagne, it's going to be you.
Well, yeah, because pink champagne is incredible. Cass, I know you're not going to go against me on that one.
I'm not a pink gal, so no, I'm okay.
You got a fucking Barbie Jeep on Fortnite. What do you mean?
I bought a Jeep That happens to be pink when I play Sabrina Carpenter, so leave me alone.
Run around a pink Sabrina Carpenter dress. You're pink as shit.
I
do you
do it
mean?
because I need to spend, like, quality time with my girlfriend, Vivica Blair.
Canada. Yeah, Ed, honestly, though, one thing that was fucked up, Ed, with the pink champagne comment. I don't understand why you got to keep doing that. But honestly, it's hard to blame Ed in the point of if Greg's not going to take a bullet in the nuts for us or shit in a pillowcase with the war against the Aussies or like that's a fair thought process, Greg. See what you fucking did here?
Yep. No, I understand, Ed. I understand where you're coming from there. I don't have an answer. I don't have a good answer.
Yeah. We got nothing. You know what? You know who needs to be spoken for this? Greg.
Kick him in the dick.
Yep. And that's just one of many things Greg needs to be spoken to about.
Yeah. Amber needs that wooden spoon sooner than later. So, Greg, what the hell, man? We can't answer. You got to answer for this. We can't answer for you. Look at it. Now it's on our desk. Now what? What are we supposed to do, Greg? The Aussies need to be stopped, and you should be loyal to us. God damn it. Next message.
The next message is a text message from IR Chris. IR Chris, the bartender of Slasher Radio, have been summoned. Cass for her horror crimes must now craft this drink for the next episode or face real punishment. A Blinky cup is acceptable. The Tusk Crown Royal. A splash of Canadian dry ginger ale. A half shot of bagged milk. And then drizzle maple syrup along the rim so it drips into the drink.
God damn.
That sounds delicious.
Okay, what did she do, though?
Honestly.
I'm not sure what happened there. You made Chris mad, though, and that's never a good thing, Cass.
I didn't do anything.
I'm so confused because last week, unfortunately, Murder by Numbers, when we did Hatchet, we had the same list. Like, what could she have done that we didn't do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Chris, come at me in my DMs. I need to know what I did.
Careful.
Chris, we need to hear from... No, not DM. I want to know, too. Send another message next week, dude. Let us know what she... Like, context, man.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not against punishing her, but,
Yeah.
Tell us why.
The drink sounded good until the whole bagged milk.
Oh, I thought bagged milk was delicious, Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
But, like, in with ginger ale? No. No.
Cass, so you do not accept this punishment issued by Chris. You won't do it.
I was going to say... I'm going to retract what I was going to say, but sure, I will take on the challenge. Just to make Chris happy.
Careful with your answer, because don't forget, we've got a Chris pick coming up soon.
Yeah, no, Chris and I will be best friends next week, so...
We promised Chris he could finally get his final cash in.
Yeah.
You gotta resend me that, the drink order.
Oh, I'll send you the recipe. Don't you worry. Yeah, I'll get it to you. Don't you worry.
Okay.
All right. I can't wait to see this. I hope she does it. Chris, we'll see.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right. Last message.
The last message is from Tim over at the Dummies of Horror. Great episode, guys. Mikey, you are spot on with every point you made. Canada, I think bagged milk is cool, and Rob, you're always so entertaining. Much love, guys.
All I got going on for me is my fucking bagged milk. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's become a real highlight of the show, the bagged milk.
God damn.
Tim is up to something here, right?
Yeah.
Because, first of all, he said Mikey made good points, and there's no way that he believes that.
What?
I mean, but he did say I was entertaining as hell, and that is true.
That's bullshit, too.
So I'm confused. I'm not sure what Tim is playing at here.
And he said bagged milk is cool.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Speaking of bagged milk, I did send you guys photos of the chocolate bagged milk if you haven't seen yet.
The second photo, it looks disgusting. Like the first photo is just kind of like a bag, and you know, like it just says
chocolate milk,
and so it's like, all right. But the second one, you can actually see the milk in the. It's gross. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
And does every home in Canada just have a pitcher full of milk in the refrigerator? Because that's gross.
Well, they do sell cartons, and they do sell it like in the glasses and stuff here too. There's options.
Just so why not?
Why would you buy the
bags are the best deal?
Ugh.
If you go through a lot of milk, the bags are the best deal.
I don't like
the most milk.
I certainly don't want it in a fucking bag.
You get the most milk, but you got to buy a container to put the milk in. You just buy a fucking. It's like the worst scam ever, and Canadians haven't caught on.
And then you got to take the bag. It's a whole process. Like, I should videotape it. You take the bag, you put it in the little container. You have to smack it down a couple of times so it slides down. Because if you put it in there and you don't like properly like stick it in, the thing.
What?
It flops all over the place.
That is true. That is very true. If you don't put it in properly, it does flop all over the place.
All right. I don't even. So is the milk?
I made Rob laugh. I'm happy.
Is the milk not liquid?
It is.
Then why can't you just pour it out of the bag into the fucking thing? Why is it a process?
It needs to be in the bag because you don't want fucking like shit getting in your milk. You can't just pour it in that thing.
Why don't you just wash the fucking container like a normal human
But there's
being?
no lid for the container.
You can't get a pitcher with a lid. It's just a pitcher.
Then I would just at that point I would just buy a carton of milk.
You just buy a carton of milk anyway. These fucking bags are stupid.
You know what?
Take all that to get to the fucking point. Just get it in the bottle.
I'm gonna go after we're done recording. I'm gonna go take a video of just me shaking a fucking bag of milk and send it to you fuckers.
That is the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life. And all Canadians say to justify it is, it's better. That sounds like I'd rather change my fucking oil than do that every time I want to get milk.
Heather Powell from Friday Nightmares podcast, she's Canadian and she swears it's easier. And I'm like, how is that easier? How is that fucking easier?
It's
than
so
just
much easier.
Buying a carton and putting it in your refrigerator.
Did you just hear the algebra equation that you gave when you got to get milk? You know what I got to do to get milk? Go in my kitchen, open the fridge, screw it, and pour it. That's it.
There is zero assembly required.
Zero assembly required. Hey, well, fuck off. And the other thing you have to keep in mind too is when you're making the hole, because you can't make the hole too big or there's gonna be too much milk flying out of it.
This is absurd.
You gotta cut it just right to get the perfect holes.
The perfect bagged milk holes, Rob. Can you believe this shit?
This show has fucking gone into hell.
That's what happens when we're all drinking for 2 days straight.
But back to Tim's message, I don't know what he's playing at here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on, but everybody needs to be on high alert. That's all I'm going to say.
Top to bottom. Chris, man the hatches. Greg, get your head out of your ass. Pay attention. Nate, take follow of Greg, hopefully. Everybody, Spyro. Spyro's over there, too.
Yeah, Spyro is over there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't have any Americans over here that we know.
Oh, they do.
Right?
They do.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah, they've got American listeners, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, are they willing to are they traveling to whoop ass? We don't know.
I don't know about that, but I believe Tim once told me they had more listeners in America than they did Australia.
Do they have any Canadian listeners, though?
Oh.
Heather, who insists
shit.
it's more efficient and easier to buy milk in a bag.
Well, I like Heather, so we're good.
We don't got to worry about Heather. And they don't got to worry about Cass. The two of them will be taking 3 days to pour a glass of milk, so they're going to be out of the equation. Good Lord. Yeah, I don't know. When I read this, I was shocked. I was like, "What the?" And that wasn't even a good shock. Like, "Oh my God, look, Tim, he's being nice." It's what the fuck is this guy up to?
Yeah, something's brewing over there, Dummies of Horror. I don't know what it is. Something's going down though.
All right, we're waiting. You're not having us fooled. Oh, by the way, too, I found out. Here we go. Tim, Luffy, oi, you guys are a bunch of fucking bin chickens.
Oh shit, bin chickens.
Yeah. Hmm?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How you like that? Huh?
I like that shit.
Rob,
Yeah.
you sound like the best friend that's like,
Yeah. Called you bin
fuck
chicken.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get. I found out some new Australian shit from an Australian, and then we've been plotting.
I'm glad he got the new thing because larrikins was not landing. On their last episode, they were making fun of me for calling them larrikins. Apparently, that's not something that they say in Australia.
Damn it, Rob.
Well, the fucking internet said it was. The fuck do I know what they say over there? But bin chickens comes directly from a fucking Australian. So
yeah,
Fucking Dummies of Horror, bin chicken.
Yeah. Change them to the bin chickens of horror. That's what you should do. Yeah.
I don't know what a bin chicken is or what it means, but fuck you guys, you bin chicken. And Luffy, you little beady-eyed bin chicken, too.
My God.
Holy shit. All right. I can't remember if this is the button.
I hate Canada.
Nope, that's not it. All right. Damn it. Where did I oh yeah, I put them in the Rob folder, I think. Let's see.
You motherfucker.
Nope.
Let it squirt in my mouth. I don't give a fuck.
Nope. Damn. All right, we're never gonna find it.
Just play them all.
I should just play them all. Is this it?
Stop playing with my Peter.
No, that's not
Oh my God.
I don't remember saying that, but I have no doubt that I did.
Can you play it one more time, please?
Stop playing with my Peter. It got my mouth.
Rob, I could have a whole conversation with you and you're not even fucking there.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate that I lost these because I don't remember what I did with it. That's a tragedy. Anyway, damn. It was the fuck you Dummies of Horror and I can't find it. But yeah, so apparently a bin chicken is like this ugly ass fucking bird in Australia, and it's always in a bin.
Oh.
Like you always see them in bins for some reason. So the bin chickens, and apparently that's an insult. So yeah, no, I agree. Yeah,
it sounds like an insult if it's always in the bin.
Yeah, why would you want to sit in a bin?
That's what they call the trash over there, right?
Maybe. I didn't think to ask.
Like I think it's called. I think the trash can. They call it a bin over there. Yeah, they call stuff weird stuff. They like you don't get a chicken sandwich. You get a chicken burger over there.
That's weird. God damn it! What did I do with these fucking buttons, man?
I don't know. I still don't know where the Peter one came from.
We were playing Dead by Daylight.
Oh, and you were smacking me in the dick. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just amazing though that I lost these.
What you mean I be banging?
Yeah, I can't find it. All right, that's it for the mailbag though. We're on high alert. We're too drunk to do this show.
No, we're not. We are the perfect drunk to do this show. There's no such thing as too drunk to do this show.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be back. We won't drink while we're gone, we promise. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with Psycho.
I'm going to get a drink.
I'm not promising anything.
God damn it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair. My favorite thing about the holidays? Decking out my whole house. It's not a competition, but if it was, well, I'd win the season with Wayfair. Outdoor inflatable Santa? Got it on Wayfair. Trees, lights, and ornaments? Wayfair. Hosting must-haves like dining sets, beds, sheets, and towels? Wayfair. For everything in your style delivered with fast and free shipping, visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app to win the season. But again, it's not a competition.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.
So bizarre. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna leave that little portion in. Like they're gonna know during this break we're still going on about this fucking bag of milk. The full discussion of Cass's bagged milk. Yeah, her foot that was redacted from a video apparently. 'Cause
I love the fact that you noticed that because I literally was like, I looked down and go, oh, my foot's in it, and then I moved.
Yeah, Cass like, oh my god, my foot's in here. They want to see my feet. Nobody give a fuck about your feet, dude. What the hell?
It's literally a $20 value.
Yeah, well, you're not getting your money. I don't want to see them. All right. The Psycho franchise, huge franchise, Murder by Numbers. That's obviously what we're doing. This is week 3. This is where we take we go over a franchise, every franchise that all 3 of them that we choose for this year. Go over every movie in every franchise, and we rank them, individual episodes. Last episode, We got a full, complete ultimate ranking of all three franchises together with Rob Math.
Yes.
You notice how I don't say the Rob Math very often because I feel like it takes validity from what we're doing here.
No, it adds validity to it. There will be academic journal articles written about the math that I use.
That's what we're going with? Academic journals, really?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we'll go over each franchise briefly, and then we give our ranking. So we're starting with the original Psycho, right?
Yes.
Oh, boy. This is the first time we've ever, quote unquote, done Psycho on this show.
Okay. Psycho was released in 1960, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, written by Joseph Stefano, based on the book Psycho by Robert Bloch. Interesting movie. Just the whole story behind it, I think, is interesting and maybe worth talking about. B movies, sort of, I don't know, trashy films, if you will, were fairly common at the time. Hitchcock had an idea of what would happen if a truly talented filmmaker made one of these so-called B movies. What would the movie? Would it still be bad? Would it be great? What would it be? His assistant at the time, or personal secretary, whatever her title was, had read Robert Bloch's book and taken it to Hitchcock. He read it. He liked it. He went to Paramount. Unbeknownst to him, in that time, Paramount, who had readers at the studio who always read new books that were coming out, had also read Psycho and deemed it unworthy of being turned into a motion picture. But Paramount found themselves in an odd position because Hitchcock came to them and wanted to make Psycho his next movie, and Paramount now has to tell Hitchcock no without telling him no, because he's Alfred Hitchcock, right? So ultimately what they told him was they could not give him his usual budget to make a film. And I don't know what his usual budget was. But they thought he would kind of say okay and kind of go away and not want to make a movie that he couldn't get his usual budget for.
Yeah.
Instead, Hitchcock came back with the idea of shooting it in black and white to save money and using the crew from his television show, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, to make the film because they were cheaper. And they worked in television, so they were used to working fast. So Paramount then came back with, that actually sounds like a really good idea, but we can't do it. Unfortunately, all our sound stages are booked.
Imagine.
Yeah. So Hitchcock finally got the idea that they didn't want to make the movie, but he was determined he was going to do it. So he struck a deal with Paramount. He would pay for the entire film himself. He would shoot it at Universal's backlot. All he needed for Paramount was their distribution. In exchange, he would waive his normal director's fee, which was $250,000 a movie, which was a shit ton of money in 1960.
Yeah.
But he would waive his usual fee in exchange for 60% of the negative. So Psycho came out. It was a huge hit, and it ended up making Hitchcock over $15 million, which made him an extremely wealthy man. I did the inflation calculator. That's $162 million he made off of this film.
Damn.
In today's money. And Psycho is a landmark film in a lot of different ways. It changed the way that we would go to the movies. I don't know what the fuck they were doing in the 50s, to be honest with you. I have no idea. It sounds like just fucking chaos. Like, apparently people were buying movie tickets and they would just go in and sit down in the theater and they would see like the last half of the movie and wait for it to start again and see the start up until the point to where they came in. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But there were not scheduled show times for movies, and Hitchcock didn't want he thought this movie needed to be seen from beginning to end because there were so many surprises and things along the way. So he insisted that any theater that wanted to show Psycho have scheduled start times, which no one had ever done before. Yeah. So they did it. And beyond that, he insisted that no one be let in after the scheduled start time. If you were found to be letting people come in after the movie had started, you would not be allowed to show Psycho or possibly any other Hitchcock films after that. He did a trailer for the film telling people, basically begging people not to spoil the movie. He was maybe the first person in the world worried about spoilers. There were standees, like cardboard cutouts of him in theater lobbies, begging people not to spoil the movie, and also telling them they wouldn't be allowed in if they showed up after the scheduled start time. And that's when scheduled start times for movies became a thing.
Yeah.
Which is, it seems ridiculous. Like, what the fuck were they doing before they were scheduled? So, like, it makes no sense, right?
Well, it sounds easier, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you just let it run. And
I guess, but who the fuck wants to watch movies like that?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. But I mean, if that's the standard or people are doing it, yeah, but it's idiot. It's complete. Like, you would think someone before that point, I agree, would have said, well, maybe we can do it this way now.
Yeah,
We've gotten a little further with this. Yeah.
It seems, it seems to make a whole lot more sense than just random chaos. But anyway, so it changed the way that we see movies. And it, I believe, is Hitchcock's most successful film, probably his most recognizable film. Around the same time, actually the exact same year, Mikey, you alluded to Peeping Tom earlier in the episode. Yeah. Michael Powell was a well-respected director in England. He had made movies with a guy whose first name I don't remember, but I know his last name was Pressburger. They worked together as Powell and Pressburger, and they were both well-respected filmmakers in the UK. They made a lot of great movies. They made Black Narcissus. They made The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. They made The Red Shoes. A lot of great films. He also apparently had the same theory and wanted to test it to see what would happen if he made a trashy film, and he made Peeping Tom, and Peeping Tom destroyed his career.
Wow.
He averaged a ton of, I mean, he made a ton of movies after Peeping Tom. From like 1960 to 1978, he made like 6 films, and none of them were like big films. He couldn't get work after Peeping Tom. And that one was a disaster at the box office. I think I got pulled maybe from theaters at some point. But Hitchcock gambled on himself. You know, he put up his own money to make the movie. And there's a great book about the making of Psycho called Alfred Hitchcock and the Making of Psycho. A really good book. It was turned into a not great movie starring Anthony Hopkins called Hitchcock. But yeah, the influence of Psycho cannot be overstated. It's highly influential, and that's before we even get to what an amazing film it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's the thing. I'm glad you had that much information on it, because that's, what do you say? It's near perfect. And this, just to piss Rob off, we were watching this in Discord earlier today. Well, not this film, but I think the third one or whatever it was. We were in there with Glizzy, Rob. The child we have running around the Discord?
Yeah, a little child, yeah.
Child we have running around. No.
Yeah, she actually said while we were watching this, well, again, not the original Psycho, but Psycho 3. She said, you know, this reminds me of that game. And I said, what game? She said, the one where, you know, some guy runs a motel and he like kills people and other attributes of the game that was exactly fucking Psycho. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's probably came from this movie. Like, this is probably where they got that idea from. And it was fun. She wasn't saying the other way around, but it seemed, given her age and her being in her early 20s or 14, as I like to say, it was funny as hell. It's like, from this.
Yeah, well, I worked as a bartender in a college town for a while, and one of my coworkers there was, 22 or something, and she was just getting ready to graduate college, and she was talking, I don't know how it came up, we were talking about the show Bates Motel, and I made the offhanded comment that it was weird that it was a prequel to the movie, but they had like cell phones and shit in it. Like, it didn't make sense. It didn't line up, and she said, what movie? I said, are you fucking kidding me? So I told her, there's a movie, it's called Psycho. Never heard of it, had no idea what I was talking about. Now, she was a part-time bartender, and her full-time gig was, she worked for some home health care agency. So she went to like old people's houses and fucking took them grocery shopping or whatever. I don't know what the fuck she did. But she was hanging out with these old ladies that she, did shit for or whatever. And they wanted to watch a movie, and she was going through their movie collection, and Psycho, they had it. So they watched it. She loved the movie. But had never heard of it. She just knew the show Bates Motel.
That's wild. That's wild.
Which we will not be covering on this episode, even though I suggested it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I wasn't watching it entire. I haven't seen any of Bates Motel. None of it.
It's good. It's pretty good.
I've heard it was, but
yeah, it is weird though because they have like cell phones and shit. Like it's not like it's like how are you making a prequel to Psycho and this doesn't match up? It doesn't make sense. But whatever.
Yeah. Plus, we're doing movies, not TV shows.
But there is a TV movie also called Bates Motel that came out in 1987, I think it was, or something like that. You didn't want to do that one either.
Yeah, no. As I fully admitted that I would be transparent on here, I did not want to watch another. If I had to watch five movies this week.
5 movies.
And a lot going on.
Also, Bates Motel, that TV movie is described as not a sequel but a spin-off.
Okay.
And apparently the idea is there's a young guy who's in the institution with Norman, and Norman dies and it leaves the Bates Motel to this young guy. So then he's released from the institution and goes back to run the motel, and I think it's haunted or something. Like it was fucking, yeah, it was just weird. It was a TV movie that they made hoping to turn it into a series that never took off.
Yeah, I wasn't. Again, the first part of TV series is TV. Right. We do movies.
Yeah, I had never heard of it until we got to. I was looking into this franchise this week, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So yeah, I wasn't too heartbroken that we weren't doing it. Although we should have watched 5 seasons of Bates Motel.
Yeah, I wasn't catching up on all 5. Yeah, no, that wasn't happening. Again, movies, not TVs.
Yeah. So talking about Psycho, though, back to that. You said it, Mike. This movie it's nearly perfect. Like it's so fucking good. And it still works. Like everything about it works. It's hard for me to find any sort of complaint to make about Psycho other than the speech at the end hasn't aged well from the psychiatrist, explaining Norman's condition and what happened. I get why it's there in 1960, these sort of things weren't well known. People didn't talk about that kind of stuff. So you had to explain it to the audience, but watching it today, it's like, why is he telling this obvious?
Yeah.
So it didn't age well. But I understand why it's there. So you can't really even knock it for that.
Absolutely not. You always have to take a movie's time period into consideration. And plus it gave that moment of him sitting in the room and like that iconic moment. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it had a little purpose to just get there. Who knows? But it's fine.
Yeah. Now, Cass, had you seen Psycho before? Had you heard of it? I know you're
oh
young,
my God,
too.
yes, I have.
Okay.
It's in my top 10.
Okay.
Of all time. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
All right. So, I guess there's not a whole lot more to be said about this. I did work the inflation calculator a little bit. Marion Crane stole $40,000. In today's money, that'd be $434,000.
God damn.
Holy fuck.
And she pays her for the new car. She trades in her car plus $700. Today, that would be her car plus $7,600.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know what else there is to say that hasn't already been said about Psycho.
Yeah.
There's
nothing.
You can talk about the influence that it had on other movies. Even, the fact that Drew Barrymore is killed off in Scream is directly influenced by the fact that they killed off Marion Crane 40 minutes into this movie after we'd spent so much time with her and gotten to know her. And you're convinced that she's the main character, the quote unquote final girl. Some of the shots in this, like, I don't know how the opening shot in this film, I have no idea how they did it. Like how it is above the city and comes down and goes into the hotel room. I have no idea how the fuck that works.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, dude. How did they do that back then?
I don't know. I have no idea how you do that. There's the drones didn't exist. You see a shot like that now and you're like, oh, they used a drone or, they CGI'd something or whatever. None of that shit existed in 1960. I have no idea how they did it. So anyway, that's Psycho, right? There's just not a whole lot that needs to be said about it. It's so brilliant. So then we get Psycho 2. Now, Psycho 2 didn't come along until 1983, so 23 years between the two films. The talent behind this movie is incredible, though. It's directed by Richard Franklin, written by Tom Holland. Stars, obviously, Anthony Perkins has come back as Norman Bates. And it's worth noting, by the way, Psycho, Norman Bates, the performance of Norman Bates by Anthony Perkins is incredible in the first film. Just amazing. But we also get Vera Miles, who returns for this film, and Meg Tilly is in this movie as Robert Loggia. Also, is that how you say it? Is it Loggia?
I don't know. Is she related to Jennifer Tilly? I wonder.
She is Jennifer Tilly's sister.
Oh, sister!
Oh.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you look at her face, you can see it. Like
Yeah.
like the same face.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really this film's a little overlooked, I think, by people. It's a very good, it's fitting that this franchise goes up against Candyman, because I think Candyman 2, we talked about how overlooked that one is. This is a very overlooked horror film.
Yeah, and dude, I remember a little context on why Psycho's in here really is I've been wanting to do the whole Psycho franchise for a while, because one day I sat and I watched Psycho 1 and 2 and what I thought was 3. We'll get to that later. Yeah, I was like, dude, these are really fucking good. Like, why are these sequels not talked about when sequels get brought up? And yeah, but real quick before we continue with Psycho 2, apparently how they did the opening shot in Psycho was Hitchcock used a combination, not the entire city skyline was real. And he used a combination of live footage and miniature buildings and matte paintings to simulate the flyover of Phoenix, and some buildings in the area were painted black rooftops or miniature models, and it was also not a helicopter; it was a crane that they used.
Wow,
Yeah, that's impressive.
And it looks great. Like, I never would have picked out that was like a matte painting or any of that. You know, part of it was miniatures. None of that would have. Like, it doesn't look like that. It's fucking incredible.
They don't do shit like that anymore, unfortunately.
Well, they don't have to.
Right, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I got a
now you just have a nerd
crane.
punch a few buttons on a computer and bam, you got it.
Done.
Yeah.
Anyway, Psycho 2, yeah. I like this movie, man. I've been saying it for a while. Rob, you said you hadn't seen 3 and 4, right?
I thought I had seen 3. It turns out I had not. I had not seen 3 or 4.
I don't know what I watched. We'll get to it at 3. But 2 I remembered very well, and I like this movie a lot. I feel like this was Anthony Perkins getting very comfortable with this role. You know,
100%.
Yeah, this was. I don't. It sounds disrespectful, but I don't mean it that way. But it's like a laxed version of this character that we're seeing in Norman Bates, and it's due to Perkins' performance. But it's not like, it's kind of cool though. Like, I like it. It's not like he was lazy. Yeah.
It works. It feels consistent enough with the performance from the original film. It's as if you're seeing this character after he's aged 23 years and mellowed out some and been to the hospital and all of that stuff. It works very well. Anthony Perkins' performance in this movie is phenomenal. And it's just a really solid movie. Like, I got excited seeing the people who came back. You know, we see Lila and she introduces herself as Lila Loomis, and I recognize that as the boyfriend's name from the first film. Like, oh, they got married. You know?
Yeah.
It just little touches like that I think really worked. It helps that Tom Holland wrote the script. He's a great writer. Although I do think at parts of the dialogue in this one's a little clunky. But it's just a well-written script, I think. Just like I said, an amazing creative team. Meg Tilly is great in this movie. She's really good. I don't know if I've seen her in anything until I watched this movie, but she's great.
Yeah. Dude, the whole cast is good. And that's the thing, like, at least through the first 2 films, all we're talking about so far, the casting was good. The acting was great. And the casting obviously goes into that. You got to get the right people for the right roles, all those things. And obviously you can't compare this to the original Psycho, as, you know, because that's just, it's weird where certain movies for sequels, like some of them, a lot of them get, it's not as good as the original. Like, nobody does that with this, because, like, obviously it's not,
right?
You know, but it's just one of those that kind of goes under the radar for no reason at all.
Yeah, it really does. It is criminally overlooked, because it is a very good film. And there's a lot going on here, too. I mean, Just the plot, I think, is really smart. It's really well done. It keeps you wondering. Like, I had seen this before, but it had been a long time. So when I was watching, I kind of remembered like the main thing with the mom and the daughter, doing what they were doing to try to make Norman think he was going crazy again. But then there's some of the things where you're like, who did that? Like, I don't, this doesn't make sense. Was that Norman? Was that them? Was it somebody else? Like, it does keep you guessing as you go along the way. It's not, it's not really easy to figure out what's going on as you're going through the movie. It's very good. A couple of complaints, though. I didn't understand the layout of this fucking house at all. I was so confused every time they went into another room. And I don't know, like, it seemed very straightforward in the first movie, and this one there's like a back hidden staircase, and it was very confusing. And I didn't like them exhuming the mother's grave. Like, it just seemed unnecessary. Like, it was a little too much.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. But, it's like they tried to give a little depth into that and keep her in there and do something different. Because it's like, I was thinking that too when I remember when I went into the 2 and 3 that I had watched. I was like, all right, I've watched Psycho obviously a bunch of times, and everybody knows the whole movie and how it goes, right? What else are they gonna do? Like what? Like how? Like is the mom gonna be in it? Are they gonna make it corny? Because you can go too far or not do enough with something like that, and it may contradict a little, but it's true. Like there's kind of that fine line, because we had the big reveal in the first movie, the mother's dead and all that stuff. Spoiler. Like, what else do you do?
Yeah, it's the easy thing to do, right? The easy, effortless thing to do is write a script. Or Norman's released from the hospital, he comes home, he thinks everything's fine, and then he just starts killing people again for whatever reason, right? That's not what they did with this movie. They put effort in it. They put time in it. They came up with a fun, interesting story.
Yeah, I go with that. Cass, how do you think this held up to the original?
Not as good as the original, for sure.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but what do you think?
You guys kind of touched on all the things that I was gonna say. I agree with everything that you kind of mentioned.
But do you think it's like, what do you think of it as a sequel?
It's not bad. I've seen worse sequels out there. It's not bad.
Okay. So you're not going to give it you don't think it's as good as we're saying? It's
a good sequel. I don't know how to, I'm trying to think of like something to put it up against, but I would say that it's not the worst, but it's also not the best. I'm kind of indifferent.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, that's
indifferent.
Yeah. This I'm kind of surprised. Like
I don't think I'm not saying it's a great movie, but I think it's very
really
good.
Like,
it's a very good movie. And when you're making a sequel to a great movie, as we talked about with Candyman, that's a very difficult thing to do, right? Because inevitably you're going to go see the movie, or you're going to sit down and watch the movie, and you're going to be like, "Oh, right, another Psycho is going to be awesome,"
Mm-hmm.
And you're almost always let down by that. I think this one, it's not obviously as good as the first one, but it's not a big letdown of a movie either. Like, you watch it, you go, "All right, that was good."
Yeah. It continues the story. It does it right. It doesn't do the story dirty. Both those things are very important. And it was good, man. You got the same, and the style too. Like, they kept like the kills and everything. It was very consistent with the first film, and that's kind of like, of its time when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Those were a big deal, and it's like they didn't get carried away. What year did this movie come out?
83.
Okay, so 83. That was.
It's 23 years.
Yeah, I was going to say it's quite some time. You've gone through so much change in film and media and everything at this time, and like they could have just went balls to the wall, but they kind of kept that slower pace, and it was effective, yet and still.
Yeah, it definitely matched the pace of the first film too. Like, it wasn't very off. Like, even the scored soundtrack, everything, the visuals. you could kind of watch them back to back and think that it was one film in a way, even though they're black and white and not, but they blend well.
They do.
No, I think they did a really good job with the execution on the sequel.
Yeah. All right. It's not. It's one of those. Honestly, the ones that I enjoyed the most, I was able to take the least notes about. So like this is kind of one of those because it was good, and you get interested and sucked into the story all over again, and what more could you ask for? Serviceable movie for sure as a sequel.
Yeah, absolutely. So it didn't take long to get a third movie. In 1986, so just 3 years later, we get Psycho 3, directed by Anthony Perkins. And I've read conflicting reports on that. I've heard that he did not want to come back and play Norman Bates again, and was convinced to by being given the opportunity to direct the movie. I've also read that he was hesitant to direct the movie, that he wasn't sure that his technical skills were where they needed to be as a director, but he liked the script a lot, and so he agreed to direct. I'm not sure which one of those is true. Written by Charles Edward Pogue, and stars Anthony Perkins, and that's the only actor in this movie that I know. What did you guys think of Psycho 3?
Oh God.
I
Boring.
don't remember I said the part where even a long time ago, I've been saying this since I've wanted to do Psycho again. I sat down, I watched the three of them back to back to back, and I was like, man, blown away by how these two movies, and I even told you, Rob, I'm like 2 and 3 are really good. Dude, I don't know to this day what movie I fucking watched because I don't remember anything in Psycho 3 as I remembered it. Mm-hmm. And it had fucking, I remember Anthony Perkins fucking vividly, dude. I don't know, like, I think they filmed another movie that was never publicly released, and I found it. And it was really good. Like, I swear to God, it was good.
Was it by chance Bates Motel, the TV movie?
It fucking might have been, dude. Dude, honestly, it might have fucking been. I don't know. I remember nothing from this movie, and this movie was nowhere near as good as I remembered Psycho 3 being. I didn't like it very much.
No, this
so
movie
bad.
This movie's bad. And I knew right away I'd never, because I thought I had seen Psycho 3 a long time ago, but I wasn't sure. It started with like the nun at the convent or whatever, and I was like, all right, I have no idea what the fuck this is. I've never seen this shit.
I was like, what was I watching? From the beginning, I'm like, I don't remember any of this shit.
Yeah. I will say there's not a lot good to say about it. This is not a good movie. It's boring. It doesn't work. Anthony Perkins is still giving a performance that's very consistent with what the work he did in Psycho 2. He's still very good. And as a director, I mean, if he was indeed worried about his technical skills as a director, I don't think he needed to be. They did. Like, it's not a great movie, but it's not anything that he would have done as the director that made it bad. Like, it still has a very consistent tone and feel from the second one. So on that, from like a technical standpoint, I think he did a really good job with it. It's just the script. It's a fucking nightmare. Like, I don't know. It makes no sense. There's stuff's going on that I don't care about. Like, it's too much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what? To your one of the two stories of Perkins being nervous, dude, I wonder why they wanted him to direct it. Like, I get that Hitchcock, like, you did the second film without him, but
right,
like, I get that, like, you're in a conundrum. Who do you get? Whatever. You did it already though, so like that's kind of out of the way. Like, I get that he's a big star and like this big icon of the 60s and everything, because this movie's so great and it's so terrifying, broke ground, all that. To trust somebody, an actor who has never directed a film before, to do that is a ballsy move, man. And I agree. Look, for never having directed a film before and then coming up with a sequel to fucking Psycho, dude, him directing this movie was not the biggest problem on the movie. And listen, that's all you could fucking ask for in that position, right? Like, just don't be like the biggest problem if it's bad. And it wasn't. Like, it was technically like not a bad movie. And to be honest, I didn't know that Anthony Perkins directed this movie. I did know that. I think he directed I thought he directed one movie, which was, I believe he did another one other than this. And like I
he
heard
did.
Okay.
I was just looking. I was just looking to make sure. It does look like this was the first movie he directed. He also directed a movie in 1988 called Lucky Stiff.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that.
It's like a black comedy, apparently.
Okay,
it makes me wonder if they put him as the director to use kind of as like a marketing ploy to get people to come see the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It also might have been a cost-saving thing, right? You get a guy who's directing for the first time. You don't have to pay him as much as you would have to pay another director. You know what I mean? Yeah, because the budget is $8.4 million for this movie, so it's not huge.
Yeah, and it's a ballsy move, dude. It truly is a ballsy move. But again, he wasn't the worst problem. Yeah, the pacing of this was weird. It's like, 1 minute you have a close to like a Psycho-esque movie, and in terms of pacing style and all that stuff, and all of a sudden you have like these high school or college, whatever they were, kids, and they're yelling this and that. No, it's like even the people in the scenes acted like they weren't there, So it's like, if you're gonna have people who the actors in the film interacting with them are pretty much ignoring their existence, they got to be in a movie for. They
try to cram a lot into this script. I mean, there's the whole story with the nun. There's the whole story with the guy who's running the hotel, Dwayne or whatever his name was. There's the story with the reporter. You've got this high school or whatever football game going on with all these people that have crammed into the hotel. There's just too much. And at the core of this movie, all they did this time around is turn Norman Bates into almost like a slasher, right? Like it doesn't have any of the nuance or subtlety of the other two films, right? There's no question who's doing this killing in this movie. Oh. They try to present it as if there is, but there really isn't. There's one answer, and we all know what it is.
Well, yeah, and that was their mistake, trying to you should go into it if you're going to do you kind of have to do that, right? Like, what doubt are you going to cast?
I don't know. I mean, the second movie, there was plenty of doubt.
Yeah, but now this is the third time. How often is this guy going to be around all these? Come on,
in the first movie is brilliantly done. Like, I can't imagine what audiences in 1960 must have thought when they saw that movie. Like, because it's so well done.
Yeah.
And I get it. Yeah, by the third time, you kind of have to do that. But
yeah, you approach it that way.
Yeah, it's got to be cleaner. It can't. Yeah. You don't need all this other shit going on. One note I took was that reporter was giving off the most white woman energy ever.
No, well, next to Vivi, of course. We all know that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The whitest woman in the world. Cast close runner up, though. Let's not lie.
Shut up. Just wait until the fall, Mikey.
There's a lot going on in here that isn't necessary. The score is weird. It's got that weird chanting thing going on sometimes, or whatever. Everything is just off-putting and weird,
Yeah. And I'll tell you the worst part of it all for me, the biggest crime of all of it, is the scenes we seen Norman as his mother were comical. I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, there's no way, this moment should not be funny. If you're making a different movie and, it's its own thing and its own story and nothing to do with Psycho, and that's the tone you want to go, depending on how you do the movie, I might could get with it. Don't do that in Psycho. That's it was the original film, and even the second one like that. It was so scary and creepy and all those things, and now you're going to just spin around in a movie out of nowhere and just it feels funny. It felt like it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
can't do that.
The tone is I guess a little wonky when it comes to that, or maybe it's not a tone problem, it just looks silly, you know what I mean? I don't think it's the tone that the film was going for or anything.
I know, and it's a shame.
Yeah, it does have one of my favorite lines from the entire franchise, though, when whatever his name was, Duke or whatever, was talking to just in the hotel room with Norman about how he knew, he'd taken the mother to the hotel room and everything. And he was talking to Norman. He goes, he had to come to Norman because if he went any other place, somebody else would get the fame. And he gets to the reporter. He's like, and she'll cash in and get most of the fame, and she'll get a 5-figure salary. I was like, 5 figures? Holy shit!
Yeah,
big spender.
Yeah, times have changed, haven't they?
They show the fuck out.
If you're striving for that 5-figure salary. Yeah. Now this it's not good.
Do you have anything positive you could say about it at all, Cass? Anything?
Absolutely not.
Really? That level?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yawn.
Wow.
I could go to sleep.
Perkins wasn't like come on, not even, you can't even give it to Anthony Perkins. Like he was still, he was pretty
he's the
consistent.
only good thing of the movie. Take him out of it, and it's just go to the curb.
All right, that's fair assessment, I guess, Robert.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. He is the only reason to watch this movie. I mean, and I wouldn't even. I mean, you can watch 2 other movies with him playing Norman Bates where he's much better. Yeah. So I wouldn't even say he's a reason to watch this movie, but his performance is still solid. It feels very consistent with the performance he gave in the second film as Norman Bates. He's very good, and in him as a director he's solid technically. That isn't the problem with the movie. Yeah. So we move on then to Psycho 4, The Beginning. This was released in 1990. This was a direct-to-TV film made for Showtime. Yeah. Directed by Mick Garris, written by Joseph Stefano, who wrote the original screenplay, the screenplay for the original Psycho. Starring Anthony Perkins. Also, Olivia Hussey shows up in this movie, surprisingly. I was like, are you kidding me? This one really sucks too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's weird.
This one's
so
way worse.
Bad.
It's way worse than the third one to me.
Yeah. I wouldn't say way worse, but it is much worse. Again, I give credit to Anthony Perkins. He's still playing that character very consistently from he was the first 2 films or the last 2 films in the franchise. The first one also, but it's a little different, but he shows up. I mean, first of all, he's living in the fucking suburbs now. He's not even in the fucking what?
Oh shit. Okay, I meant to do a bit where after the second movie, when we were talking about the second movie, rather, I was going to say, how did he get out of jail? And I was going to caveat it with, all right, obviously the end of the original, he's crazy and you could get insanity. All right, you know what? I'll fine. All right, I was going to acknowledge that it was fair. But then the third movie, I was going to do it every fucking movie. The third movie, I was like, okay, how's this motherfucker get out of jail? The fourth one, dude, you're letting this motherfucker. How does he get out of jail? Ow.
Yeah. And the other thing too that and this is when you watch movies that you don't like, you nitpick things that you would let slide if you were enjoying the film, right? This movie, it does this weird thing where he's married and living in the suburbs, and the woman he's married to was apparently his psychiatrist when he was in the institution. I'm not 100% certain because I'm not a mental health professional, but I feel like you would lose your license to practice psychiatry over that, right? Like that has to be against some ethics code, right? To just marry a patient?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? Like I can't, but she's not because she's still working at the we see her working at the hospital. It's fucking like, even little shit like that doesn't make sense. He's calling into a radio show. It's fucking stupid. Like what? Okay. It's a really, really bad movie.
Yeah, it is. But let me get my good thing out of the way here. It's an interesting concept, right? Like some dude who's clearly crazy and has made it apparent he's killed before, and he's calling into a radio show, and now you have this host that has to deal with these calls, and She's not a fucking trained professional, you know? Like, it's a very, very interesting concept. And honestly, maybe it's been done. Like, I'm sure it's been done, actually. And listeners, please let me know if you know of any of these movies. But I would love to see that concept, not the movie, be redone. That concept be redone. Because, I mean, you guys got to give it that. That could be a really good movie.
My one positive note about this movie is that the idea is much better than the execution.
Yes.
It is a solid idea. I see what they're trying to do. They're just not doing it well.
Mm-hmm.
You can get with that, Cass?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
You know, I even like the idea of exploring young Norman and how his relationship with his mother as he was growing up and how he became what he became. Like, I don't have a problem with that. They do it much better in Bates Motel. You know, it's not a terrible idea on paper. It's just when you're watching the film, it doesn't work.
And it also doesn't work because, I mean, it doesn't work here, you know, because they didn't execute it, obviously, like that's the biggest. But B, how does he get out of jail? Like, this isn't even me doing the bit anymore. Like, I forgot about the bit. This is it doesn't make sense in this situation. This dude got out of jail now for a third time for multiple homicides.
He married a psychiatrist. That'll get you out of that mental hospital.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have been in the hospital in the first place. You'd be in jail. You'd be in prison. Whatever medication you need, you don't need. You're too far gone. Like, forget about committing murder in the first place. You've now gotten away with it 3 times. You're still going to, like, no. But so, like, here it's just like it's an impossible for it to work. You know, like, it just doesn't work that way. Any of it, for it to be a public, no one recognized his voice on a radio, like nobody. This famous serial killer who's now gotten out of jail and murdered 3 times, like no one's heard of it, can recognize anything. You know, like it's just it's impossible for it to work in this scenario with this character in this story. It just was never going to work, and it's a shame.
Yeah, it's a solid idea. It's poorly executed, I think. You know, I will give them credit. Also, they got the radio part pretty right.
Did they?
Like, it's
you usually
it's
complain about that.
Yeah, it's not bad. There is a part where the guest that's in studio, the doctor or whatever that she has in studio, isn't really talking into his mic properly. It drove me nuts. Nobody would. He's sitting way too far back. I've interviewed people who refuse to, like, get up into the mic the way that you need to, and that sound quality would have been garbage. Oftentimes, there were times where Norman would talk to her and then sort of lower the receiver and listen to her response on the radio. That would never work. You would get feedback loop. You have to turn your radio down when you call into a show. They tell you that. And also, there's a delay that would throw things off too. It would be awkward. And the only other thing was a small thing. Is that I believe she kept saying the radio station was 490 AM. That doesn't exist. The AM frequency started at like 530 or 540. So there were a few little things, but for the most part, when it comes to how radio is portrayed in movies, they did a really good job. I mean, because those are little things, you know, you kind of let that slide by. But yeah, I mean, they nailed that part of it. I thought she gave a good performance too. I didn't note the actress's name,
the host,
but I thought, the host. Yeah. I thought she was good. John Landis shows up as like one of her producers or something, oddly, in a very small role. So there were some talented people, at least on screen. I mean, Olivia Hussey's great, you know, and everything. And I don't think anybody necessarily gave a bad performance. I just think that it didn't work. And I think you're probably right. It doesn't work for this character.
No.
Which is unfortunate, because I do think the idea of exploring Norman Bates as a young man is interesting.
You know what, guys, you know how it could work. And you would have to lose Norman Bates, which I understand, you know, but again, we're looking at a movie that we got that was very, very bad. And it's coming off of a movie that was also very bad. So you kind of have to do something. We could look at anything that we could have gotten. It would have been better than what we got, is all we can go by. So I don't like the idea of losing Norman Bates, but for this concept, you could have like the radio show they're calling in. It's about people who killed their parents, whatever it was, their mother. You could have had like someone who was inspired by the Norman Bates killings. who's now calling in to kind of have that serial killer look at me moment that, all of them seem to have in one fashion or another.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have been an interesting way to portray that, man.
You could have done that, or if you want to streamline the movie and make it simple, you cut all that bullshit out and you just tell the story of young Norman Bates. I mean, the movie is called Psycho 4: The Beginning. It's a prequel. You could have just made a straight prequel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lose Anthony Perkins in that scenario.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be a better movie. Also, who's the actor? Does anybody know the name of the actor who played the teenage Norman Bates? He's a good actor.
It's Henry. Yeah, Henry Thomas. He's the kid from E.T. and the dad from Haunting Hill House. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, you nailed it, Cass. Look at you go.
Haunting Hill House.
House.
He's a good actor. And he was good in this movie.
I thought he was good casting for it.
Yeah, so that would have been fine. You could have just done that. And yeah, I hate the idea of not having Anthony Perkins in a Psycho movie, but what are you going to do? It would have made a hell of a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Also, why does this teenage boy whose family owns a motel that has 12 rooms and that have so much trouble finding a place to bang chicks?
There was it the third one or this? I don't remember. It might have been this one. I don't remember. It could have been the third one. Someone was like, "Oh, you have this," or maybe even the second one. You have this big profitable motel. At that point in the movie, only 2 motherfuckers had rented rooms there. What do you get profitable from?
Right? Yeah. And it's also but it's just the first girl that he murders in this movie. She's insistent on going to the house, right?
Yeah.
That's her thing. She sneaks up there when he goes to fix somebody's toilet or whatever. And it's all right, so she kind of deserved to get killed, to be honest with you. Stay the fuck out of the house. You got 12 rooms in a motel right there.
Yeah.
You don't need to go up to the fucking house where his mother is. Yeah. You're just trying to get caught and murdered.
Or bang her mom. Can't do either of those.
Yeah. So, yeah, it drove me nuts with that. I was just well, this should not be this difficult. Why are they, why is he making out with that chick in the car and then, let's go someplace private? You got 12 fucking rooms.
Yeah. Speaking of banging moms, I got a message from Vivi. I forgot to answer. Anyway,
yeah. Ask her how mom's doing.
I'll ask her. Okay. Yeah, this movie was really bad. The other thing, the most important part of the story, the whole radio thing was cool and everything, but the detail that should have been the biggest deal, we kind of did get a prequel out of this in a kind of sort of way, bits and pieces, where we seen events of Norman's childhood and, all these things. And my biggest notes while watching this movie, first time I've ever seen this movie too, my biggest notes for this, or what came up the most, was did not hit. It did not hit. Mm-hmm. I seen what they were going for. And the performances, like you said, Rob, they really weren't bad. They really weren't. So it's I was trying to figure out what things just didn't hit. Those moments of Norman Bates, from fucking Psycho. This is a huge character. We get to finally look at what fucked him up so bad, and got him to the point that he was at and all that shit. And you just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it was. Again, I applaud the effort, but the result is not good.
Yeah, it didn't. Even the scenes with him as his mother didn't hit. The kills didn't hit. There was one kill that stood out to me, and I don't even remember what it was, but this stood out to me more than anything. They played, and I feel like it was early on in the movie, they played that classic Psycho sound, and actually, I think I have it. Hell of a deal. They played that classic Psycho sound, and during one of the kills, it was it was a womp. It was such a womp. The music felt out of place. It didn't feel like the scene, not that it felt like it, the scene did not deserve that classic Psycho sound. And it just didn't hit. That was my biggest note in this. It didn't hit. Yeah.
No, that could be said about, this movie in general. Just didn't, it did not hit. So then we wait 8 years.
Hold on, Rob. Talk about content though for this radio station. Good luck. Imagine if you at your job was getting calls from this fuck guy.
Oh yeah, it'd be great. We wait 8 years, and director Gus Van Sant shows up, and he's like, "I'm gonna remake Psycho, because why wouldn't you?" And that's exactly what he does. In 1998, we get Psycho. Gus Van Sant directs it. The screenplay is written by Joseph Stefano because it's the exact same screenplay as the fucking original. Starring Vince Vaughn, Julianne Moore, Viggo Mortensen, William H. Macy, and Anne Heche. This movie is a sad, shitty, soulless version of an absolute classic. And it's fucking terrible. And there's a hatred for this movie that starts in my bones. Like, just in my bones, I just hate this movie so much.
I agree.
I just want the record to show. This is now the second time I've had Rob watch the Psycho remake. Two times, Rob.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, too, we haven't done it yet as an episode on the show, so there is a potential for a three time.
No, I'm good.
Cass, why?
It's so bad. And Vince Vaughn in that role is such a miss.
Dude, it doesn't fucking work. It does not work. He does that stupid Vince Vaughn giggle thing in this movie, and I want to punch him in the fucking dick. It is so bad.
He always plays like the cool, funny guy in movies, and it's just, you cannot play such a serious role like that. It did not hit for me at all. It was so bad. So bad.
Also, it doesn't work because another reason, a number of reasons he doesn't work in this role. But another big reason he doesn't work in this role is because he's a big guy. He's like 6'5". And I looked this up. He's like 6'5". Anthony Perkins was also big. He was like 6'2", right? So a few inches difference there. But Anthony Perkins somehow, when he played Norman Bates, seemed to make himself feel meek and almost small.
And
Vince
weak.
Vaughn is incapable of doing that.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the ability to make himself look meek and small and, as Cass said, weak. He doesn't feel vulnerable at all. It doesn't work. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah. He doesn't feel like he's being intimidated by anybody or anything.
Yeah, it's just... This is like watching a bad school play. You ever have like a kid or a niece or nephew or something who's in a shitty school play and you have to go because that's part of your family obligation and you have to sit through it? This is like their teacher decided to put on a shitty school play version of Psycho. That's what this is.
Robert.
It's fucking awful.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that I hated about it is it's literally like word for word, frame by frame, like trying to be as identical to the original as possible. A lot of times people will do a remake and put a different spin on it or add a different storyline that intertwines with the original to make it different from the original, but still keep to its original roots. And they did not do that at all. It literally just felt like it was someone trying to make a college remake of this film. It was bad.
And for all that detail they pay attention to try to get the shots as close to identical as possible and keep the script and all the lines and the acting, the performances as close as humanly possible to the original. The Bates house looks fucking stupid in this movie. It isn't even close to looking like the original house. It's so fucking bad. Like, how do you overlook that detail?
Okay. All right, you motherfuckers. We're going to calm down real quick. That's what we're going to do here. All right. Where do I start? First point. We can't get too mad at the casting of Vince Vaughn from the aspect of, oh, he's the funny guy. At this point, when this movie came out in 1998, he wasn't the funny guy yet. You know, like we know that now, having seen all his other roles way more than we've seen this, and probably before we've seen this. Like, who was rushing out? What?
So, no, I was just gonna say, aside from his now film career, physique-wise, doesn't fit.
Okay, all right, that's a little different. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't feel like he's nowhere near as big as he is, you know, now or throughout his career. Like, he put on weight and all that stuff and whatever. But I didn't feel like it was, I guess, too far off. Like, I didn't think
it's awful.
God damn it! And what was my other?
It is awful. And I will say, I was a fan of Vince Vaughn.
This movie ruined it?
Yeah, I think this movie might have ruined it for me. He had made a lot of movies that I liked. He was in Swingers, which I think is a very good movie. I enjoy The Lost World Jurassic Park. I know a lot of people don't. He's in a really good movie called A Cool, Dry Place. He's in another really good movie with Anne Heche called Return to Paradise. And he's in a very underappreciated movie called Clay Pigeons that came out just before Psycho that is terrific. And he's great in all of them. Since then, I don't think I liked him for a long time after this movie. Like, I didn't see Old School until about, I don't know, 10 years after it came out because I just wasn't watching Vince Vaughn after this.
God damn it. I can't believe an entire actor was ruined over one movie for you.
They're so bad. This is so bad. And this could
So
have ruined
funny.
a lot of actors because there are talented people all up and down this movie, and they're all doing shit work. William H. Macy is like a joke in this movie. Viggo Mortensen is awful in this movie. The only actor in this movie, the only positive thing I will say about this movie is Julianne Moore gives a good performance. Everybody else looks ridiculous and sounds ridiculous.
God damn.
He ain't wrong.
God damn. Yeah, and the other thing, I don't cast another to one of your points as well. The shot for shot thing, because Rob gives it hell for that. I don't like you could say, okay, I wanted it to do something different, but so often people get so mad when a remake does something too different. Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason with the tunnel, all these things. So it's like you're almost damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Like, if you do something well, it is forgiven. And I'm not arguing that point right now, but I'm just saying, like, to take the chance, to make the decision, the forethought before making the movie. So I'm not mad at them for approaching it like that.
But you can look at some of those things and say, well, they took a swing. They did something. This
Yeah.
one, this movie's soulless. They did nothing.
They did nothing.
And it's unnecessary. It doesn't need to exist. What did Gus Van Sant, the director, think he was going to accomplish by making a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho? Like, nothing. There's no like, it was a stupid decision for them to make this movie in the beginning. We've talked about this before. You don't remake great movies. You remake movies that had a lot of potential and didn't hit it. And they didn't do that here. They picked absolute classic movie. Gus Van Sant could not win no matter what he did. But you know what? It's not my fault because fuck him. He decided to do it.
Yeah. It annoys me that, when you're talking about remakes, no matter what, a remake of a film is never going to be good because if it was
Never.
successful, what?
Never.
Never. Never,
Never.
never. Never, never. If it was successful enough for it to be turned into a remake, obviously they're going to try to capitalize on, get that money. But the thing that annoyed me the most about this, and I literally was bitching to you about this while we were watching it, how there wasn't even like one scene that was steering away from the original to make it his own film. Like it just felt like a carbon copy of the original, but so poorly done. He might as well have made the movie black and white for all I fucking care.
He did add Vince Vaughn jerking off.
That was nice.
Okay.
So there's that.
It was nice.
Yes.
He showed us how Leo.
Stupid.
He showed us how Leo paints his room.
Yeah, this was just, it's just pointless. And the decision to not try to update the script is weird because the dialogue in a film that came out in 1960 sounds dated, but you deal with it when you're watching a film from 1960, right? Because you're like, well, that's just what movies were like then. But to not update it for a movie that came out in 1998 just makes everybody sound stupid. It sound like they don't sound like characters in real life. They just sound like characters in a bad movie.
Yeah. I feel like you guys are. I don't understand the extreme hate for it. Because, dude, I didn't think Vince Vaughn did bad. I don't think
it's nearly unwatchable.
No, it's
Seriously.
not.
I had this going and was doing Greg's Live while it was on, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This is good enough credit for me watching it. It's on while I'm in the room. That's all I require.
Motherfucker.
This movie is not watchable. It's fucking bad.
Even the cinematography is bad. Just there's nothing in this entire movie that I could pin one thing where I go, oh, okay, that was unique to this movie, and I enjoyed that. And there's nothing. It's a missed opportunity, especially like what Rob was saying earlier. There was such a big list of actors who were in this film that it was such a wash. I don't know. I would never watch this movie again.
You guys some motherfuckers. Rob might. You guys might. Don't say you won't. I got a birthday coming up, you know. I could do it. Well, no.
You know, I don't
We're
mind
gonna
it
watch
when
The
you
Godfather.
You know, I don't mind it when you got a birthday pick because mine comes up right after yours. And if this is on the table, Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park is back on the table.
Son of a bitch. But we've never done this before.
Yeah.
On here, we never did it.
We've never done Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park with Cass before. So
We've also never done Twilight, so.
We can't do Twilight. It's not a horror movie.
It is a horror movie. There's vampires. Vampires are spooky.
You're going to lose your horror card saying this shit. All to piss me off. I hope you're happy.
Hey.
Yeah, Rob, I can't even have a fucking birthday with this sumbitch, man. Like, he ruins everything. Everything. He gets a birthday shot right after my birthday shot. Fuck. Why couldn't you have been born in fucking February? God damn it. All right. I mean,
just to emphasize my point, I'm going to send you a picture. Oh, fuck. Maybe I'm not. Fuck you, Discord. I was going to send you pictures of the two fucking houses because it looks like shit. Like, how do you not get that right? Everybody knows what that fucking house looks like. The goddamn thing's on the Universal backlot. Just use the fucking house, right? Like,
use the house.
Yeah, it didn't fucking. Is that it? No, it's that fucking Bloody Mary thing again.
Oh, God.
I can't find it now.
You can see Cass's back milk again, though. That's good.
Oh, there it is. Well, that one didn't load. Ah, fuck you. That's the house. The one that sent is the house from the remake.
There you go, Rob. I did it for you.
Yeah, thank you. It looks like shit. It doesn't even look like it's not even close. And we all know what that fucking house looks like. How do you spend all that time laboring over the details and the shots and not changing the dialogue and all that other stuff, and you don't get the house right? Come on. What are you doing?
That would have been the saving grace of this entire movie, is if they ended up making the house either identical or really, really, really similar to it, but they didn't even remotely make it close.
It
so
would
it's
not have
like
been the saving
it's just
grace
weird.
of this movie. Nothing was saved. Jesus Christ himself couldn't save this fucking movie.
God damn, Rob. All right, I'm not changing anybody's mind on this fucking thing. I didn't expect to. I made Rob watch it again. It's good enough. I still stand by it, man. Like, it's not, for a remake, it's not the worst thing in the world. And like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's great. I'm not going to sit here and say it's one of the best remakes of all time. That's not the point. I'm just saying it's not that bad.
You're
That's all I'm
giving
saying.
too much credit.
God damn it. All right, are we ready to rank them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
We got 5 spots here. Original to the remake. And we're obviously going from bottom to top like we did with the rest of the episodes. And, you know, how a normal fucking human being does it. So my 5th spot of the Psycho franchise goes to Psycho 4.
Okay.
It's a really bad movie. It's got a badass concept, man, but it is very hard. You have to go leaps and bounds to get it to work with this franchise. And it just didn't. And it was bad. Like, it was just bad. That's my number 5. Psycho 4.
All right. Agreed, it is bad. My number 5 is Psycho, 1998.
Son of a
that
bitch.
Movie.
It's not
I
bad. It's
agree
not,
with Rob.
you guys are out of your mind. It is not as bad as Psycho 4.
It is worse.
It is worse. It is worse.
It doesn't even match. Like, I don't want to spend too much time
hear
ranting-
Rob. I can hear the
ranting-
frustration in your voice.
It doesn't match. Like, they go out of their way to like make William H. Macy look like a 1960s private detective, and then Julianne Moore shows up with like a fucking Walkman on or whatever. It doesn't even fucking match.
God damn it. God damn it. All right. Fuck you guys. We just got done talking about it. We ain't doing it again. Okay. My number 4 is Psycho 3.
All right. My number 4 is Psycho 4, The Beginning.
Same here.
God damn you guys. All right. Well, my number 3 is the Psycho remake.
You're out of your fucking mind.
That's wild.
That might be the dumbest thing anyone's ever said on this show. We've had Greg call in with hot takes.
Jesus Christ.
Not that bad. 3 and 4 were really bad. 4 was really bad. And I'm not like, I'll be honest, like I juggled from 3 to the remake. Like it was close because 3 is really bad. And the later films that I have on this ranking are obviously much better than both of these. And it's like a huge gap. You know what I'm saying? Like you can look at these rankings and be like, oh, okay, there's 5 movies. How far could they go? There's a gap here. Yeah. Between my 4th and 3rd spot and the 2nd and 1st. So, yeah.
My number 3 is Psycho 3.
Same here.
Man, you guys, I can't believe you both got it wrong. Like, that's so wild.
You're the one that's wrong. You're outvoted here. 2 for 1, so.
God damn it. My number 2, and, like, obviously there's no drum roll moments for the top of this list, I'm sure, and this factors more so into the final ranking that we'll do next week, possibly pending what goes on with that interview we were discussing earlier. But my number 2 is Psycho 2.
My number 2 is also Psycho 2.
My number 2 is also Psycho 2.
You guys had 2 of the exact same list. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and obviously Psycho 1 all the way around. It's just, like I said, that gap between, like is so fun because obviously the original Psycho is the original Psycho, and 2 is really good for anyone who hasn't seen Psycho 2. Seriously, watch that movie.
Yes, it is very good, and then pretend like none of the others exist. This is the first time I think in Murder by Numbers that we've heard. Psycho is the ultimate franchise of diminishing returns. This is the first time I've ever had them ranked in chronological order. My number 1 being the first film, 2, 3, 4, 5, all being the next films. They went directly in order for me. So yeah, they did. The more movies they made, the worse they got. Also worth noting, we did an entire episode talking about Psycho and never once uttered the word shower scene.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to talk about the shower scene in the remake because that shit was so bad.
They shouldn't have did it if that's what we're going to get. Honestly, I'll admit that.
But it's worth noting, I guess, just in the sense that Psycho, the impact the shower scene had was like the same impact that Jaws had on people going in the ocean. People were terrified to take showers after they saw this movie.
I don't blame them. Even to this day, like there's always, whenever you go into the fucking shower and you hear something, you're always like, who's there?
Right. Yeah. The shower scene, and it's amazing. There's an entire documentary just about the shower scene, like a 90-minute documentary just about that one scene in that movie.
Can we also acknowledge the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis did a photo shoot, paying homage to her mother in that scene? And I thought that was really fucking cool.
Yeah, she did.
The first final girl and one of the most iconic final girls. So very full circle moment.
Also, I didn't want to mention shower scene because like we're not talking about Terrifier 3, and like I didn't know if that would cause any confusion or anything.
Stupid motherfuckers. Every time I hear somebody call that the shower scene, I'm like, you fucking child.
I was looking forward to doing that to you, and it never came up, which is shocking. I mean, but again, it's like, what do we say about it? It's fucking flawless in the original.
Yeah, it's the shower scene. I mean, we all know. You say the shower scene, we all know what the fuck we're talking about, right?
Well, no, because Psycho.
Guessing.
No, we don't, because you have Psycho and you have Terrifier 3.
Uh-huh.
There's doubt casted now.
No.
I'm just saying it's a good shower scene.
It's a good shower scene, but it's not an iconic shower scene. I'm sorry.
It's not even that good.
Guys are out of your minds. Cass, I'm going to take your special effects card. How dare you? Dare you? All right. So next week we'll either have the complete ranking of all 3 of these franchises combined into one master ranking, or we'll have that the following week, and we'll be talking about Megan and Megan 2 with Gerard Johnstone and the director of Megan 2.0 and the original Megan as well. But we will let you guys know. That's why you got to follow us on our social medias and whatnot so that you'll know. And that is at Slasher Radio on everything: Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to this shit. And that's really it. Patreon too, I guess. Yeah, that as well. I'm at Mikey's Dead. Robert?
Patreon, we got levels starting at $3 a month, which means for 75 cents a week, you too can feed a podcaster. You can find me on social media at RadioRob123. And you can listen to the other show that I do, the Nick fucking Woo Cage Cast. We're going through Nicolas Cage's filmography in chronological order. Slight delay in the newest episode because Kat is off in the wilderness somewhere without internet or some bullshit. I don't know.
Kat's in the mountains.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but she found herself without reliable internet, so we had to delay it. But we will have our episode out on a score to settle pretty soon, and you can find that wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio.
You know, you guys are kind of fucked up that like, because you just ignored the entire puppet incidents that happened with Nick Cage. It's fucked up.
We're not talking about that.
See, that's the problem. You're not talking about it. You guys address it. That's tough. Ask where they finding you.
I'm Makeup Mistress on all platforms.
You Makeup Ex-Mistress, got it. Why am I correcting you on your handle?
Leave me alone. I'm tired.
And not enough people are yelling at her either. Spyro's been doing a good job, but everybody else needs to step it up.
Hey.
Chris too. Chris made you a whole cocktail for next week. You better do it. He'll be mad.
Chris is gonna be getting a fucking DM from me later tonight.
And Chris is going to be getting a DM from me later tonight as well, telling him not to let you weasel your Canadian ass out of anything. If that drink, you make that drink.
I will not be talking to Chris tonight.
That's what you think. Until you're sleeping at night and you hear, "Hey, Rob."
Hell of a deal.
All right, guys, we'll be back next week. Good night from Slasher Radio. Could you imagine?
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.